The Philippine economy expanded 5.9% in the third quarter, largely driven by public spending, as rising prices continue to cap households' spending power. Growth in the July to September period beat forecasts and outpaced the 4.3% clip recorded in the preceding quarter, but it was still slower than the 7.7% expansion in the same 3 months a year ago. Amongst the country in Southeast Asia who issued the third quarter GDP, the Philippines' economy is the strongest so far, where Vietnam expanded by 5.33%, Indonesia third quarter economy expanded by 4.94%, while Singapore expanded by 0.70%. For the past 3 quarters, the Philippines still emerged the fastest growing economist in the region, with an average growth of 5.53%, followed by Indonesia with 9 months average growth of 5.05%. Vietnam average growth is 4.22% and Singapore growing an average rate of 0.53% in the past 9 months. Meanwhile, the Philippines' gross national income or GNI expanded by 12.1%. On seasonally adjusted GDP on quarter-to-quarterly basis, the country gross domestic product expanded by 3.3% compared to the contraction in second quarter by 0.7%. While the gross national income expanded by 5.2% compared to 1% in the second quarter. Among the major industry, the growth was led by the service sector expanding by 6.8%, followed by industry growing by 5.5% and agriculture by 0.9%. The unemployment rate was posted at 4.5% in September 2023, which was lower compared with the 5.0% unemployment rate in the same month of the previous year, but slightly higher than the unemployment rate in August 2023 at 4.4%. The Philippines' headline inflation or overall inflation eased to 4.9% in October 2023 from 6.1% in September 2023. This makes the national average inflation from January to October 2023 at 6.4%. In October 2022, inflation rate was higher at 7.7%. The downtrend in the overall inflation in October 2023 was primarily brought about by the slower year-on-year increase in the heavily weighted food and non-alcoholic beverages at 7.0% in October 2023 from 9.7% in the previous month. The restaurants and accommodation services, with an inflation rate of 6.3% during the month from 7.1% in September 2023, also contributed to the downtrend of the headline inflation. Core inflation, which excludes selected food and energy items, decelerated further to 5.3% in October 2023 from 5.9% in the previous month. This brings the average core inflation from January to October 2023 to 7.0%. In October 2022, core inflation was observed at 5.9%. Data shows household consumption grew 5% in the third quarter, down from 8% a year earlier. Government spending rose 6.7% on year, compared to a 7.1% contraction for the previous quarter, and growth of 0.8% a year earlier. The third quarter figure raises the possibility that the Philippine government could miss its growth target. The Philippine economy is forecast to grow 5.2% this year, lower than the government target of 6% to 7%. The country needs to expand it by at least 7.4% in the fourth quarter to reach the 6% economic growth for 2023. The Philippine Central Bank decision to raise interest rates, now at 6.5%, the highest in 16 years, drew mixed assessments from experts. The current Secretary of the National Economic and Development Authority warned in October that another rate increase could hurt the economy and consumers.
Magandang umaga sa ating lahat. Ang Philippine Statistics Authority ay mag-uulat ng estado ng ekonomiya ng bansa sa ikatlong quarter ng taong 2023. Ang Gross Domestic Product o GDP ng Pilipinas ay nagtala ng pagtaas na 5.9% sa ikatlong quarter ng taong 2023. Ito ay mula sa naitalang 7.7% na pagtaas sa kaparehong quarter noong nakalipas na taon. Ang Gross National Income or GNI ay nagtala ng pagtaas na 12.1% sa ikatlong quarter ng taong 2023. Gayon din, ang Net Primary Income from the Rest of the World ay tumaas ng 112.5% sa ikatlong quarter ng taong 2023. Sa seasonally adjusted national account sa ikatlong quarter ng taong 2023, ang gross domestic product ay nagtala ng quarter-on-quarter na pagtaas na 3.3%. Sa kabilang dako, ang GNI ay nagtala ng 5.2% quarter-on-quarter na paglago sa parehong period. Sa mga pangunahing sektor ng ekonomiya na agriculture, forestry and fishing, industry at services ay nagsipagtala ng pagtaas na 0.9%, 5.5% at 6.8% respectively. Sa seasonally adjusted GDP, ang services ay nagtala ng pinakamataas na paglago sa mga pangunahing sektor na nasa 3.8% sa quarter-on-quarter basis. Sinundan ito ng industry na nagtalang ng pagtaas na 2.9% at agriculture, forestry and fishing na tumaas ng 1.4% sa quarter-on-quarter basis. Sa ikatlong quarter ng taong 2023, ang per capita GDP ay tumaas ng 4.7%. Ito ay mas mababa kaysa sa naitalang pagtaas na 6.4% sa parehong quarter noong nakalipas na taon. Ang per capita GNI at per capita household final consumption expenditure ay parehong nagtala ng pagtaas na 10.8% at 3.8% respectively. Sa naitalang pagtaas ng GDP na nasa 5.9% sa ikatlong quarter ng taong 2023, ang services sector ay nagtala ng pinakamataas na contribution na nasa 4.4 percentage points. Ito ay sinundan ng industry na nagtala ng contribution na 1.5 percentage points, habang ang agriculture, forestry, and fishing ay nakapag-ambag ng 0.08 percentage point sa kabuuang pagtaas ng GDP. Sa 16 na sektor ng GDP, ang accommodation and food service activities ay nagtala ng pinakamataas na paglago na nasa 20% sa ikatlong quarter ng taong 2023. Ito ay sinundan ng mga sumusunod: other services na tumaas ng 16.3%, construction na tumaas ng 14%, at transportation and storage na tumaas ng 11.6%. Ang mga sektor na may pinakamalaking contribution sa pagtaas ng GDP ay ang mga sumusunod: wholesale and retail trade, repair of motor vehicles and motorcycles na nag-ambag ng 1.1 percentage points, financial and insurance activities na nag-ambag ng 1.0 percentage point, at construction na nag-ambag ng 0.9 percentage point. Sa demand side naman, ang valuables ang nagtala ng pinakamataas na paglago na nasa 103.7% sa ikatlong quarter ng taong 2023. Ito ay sinundan ng mga sumusunod: imports of services na tumaas ng 27.7%, construction na tumaas ng 12.4%, at export of services na tumaas ng 11.7%. Sa ikatlong quarter ng taong 2023, ang mga sektor na may pinakamalaking contribution sa pagtaas ng GDP sa expenditure side ay ang mga sumusunod: household final consumption expenditure na nag-ambag ng 3.7 percentage points, construction na nag-ambag ng 1.6 percentage points, at net exports of goods and services na nag-ambag ng 1.4 percentage points. Ang Philippine Statistics Authority ay malugod na nagpapasalamat sa inyong pagdalo sa National Accounts Press Conference para sa ikatlong quarter ng taong 2023. Salamat at magandang umaga sa ating lahat.